eyes all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
And I approve this message.
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby.
We are the
Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Just win, baby, win, baby, win, baby. Don't need no invitation. We are that Raider Nation. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Touchdown, touchdown. Let's throw a bomb on first down. Let's throw a bomb on every down. First we score, then we clown. Having fun, look around. Nobody loud as a Raider crowd. Nobody proud as a Raider crowd. NFL, how you like me now? We gon' do this open style. Nothing but action. I'm Bo Jackson, hit the hole. Run you over, goal line. Jumping over, going crazy. Lose your soul, lose your mind in the black hole. Here's the goal, Super Bowl. And everybody here, get to go. Don't need no invitation. No. We are that Raider Nation. Yeah. We rock that black and silver. We make them shake and shiver. We make them reconsider. And we still committed. So if you want a piece of this, you can come and get it. Oakland Raiders.
Raiders, what is up? What is up, Raider Nation? What is up? Welcome to another Monday Puro Raiders Podcast. I got my boy Chona, and of course we are joined by our homie Jeff, New England Raiders. What's going on? What's going on, big dog? How's it going? What
We're good. I mean, good as we can be.
Oh my lord! Oh my lord!
Took that right out of Woody. Took that right from Woody Page, and remember the old show Around the Horn on ESPN?
Oh yeah.
Woody Page with his board when he used to hang it up in the background and just change it after every commercial. I'm running around here when you asked me to come on and run around, like, honey, where's the whiteboard? Where's the whiteboard? We couldn't find it, so we found this one instead.
Do they still do that? Is that Around the Horn? They do.
Nah, that ended in 2022.
Nah, see, I don't even watch ESPN anymore. Really,
that used to be great though. It was a fun show.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff used to be great.
I like to watch it just to hear them talk smack back and forth to each other sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I used to like watching. What was that? Undisputed with Shannon and what's his face? He's not even on TV anymore.
I can't watch 2 seconds of him. I'm sorry.
What's his name? Oh man,
the guy that's no longer on TV. Well, no,
Skip. Is that his that
yeah,
Skip Bayless?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another hater.
I used to laugh when Sherman used to go off on him.
Around the Horn was cool because it was kind of like quick.
Yeah, it was quick. It's supposed to be. That was the whole point. Remember?
It was like It was like
I never
points.
understood how they kept score though, because they would keep score. Like I don't know how you.
No, whatever Jim Rome wanted to give him for points, basically. It was just
right. But what's up? What's up to the chat? Welcome, Capitan. What's going on, brother? Raph in the building, and my boy AR. What's going on? Hey, bro, I gotta hit you up. I was trying to use that damn game app thing, AR, and I couldn't get the damn game to run. So I gotta hit you up to see. Maybe I'm sure I'm doing something fucking wrong. I'm trying to play Tecmo Bowl on my computer.
Was that for the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo?
Yeah, but it's this ROM thing that he showed me to use on the computer.
Yeah. And my cousin does it.
I was gonna tell you for though we can play NBA Jam and shit like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down. My cousin was like, "Oh, I have this little ROM stuff that he does."
Yeah, hey, how did that Miami making the playoff go on 6? How'd that look? How'd that go? How was that? You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. Raiders lose again, making it 9 in a row, y'all. 9 in a row. Meaning the last time we won was back in September when we went to that Cleveland game, dog. That was the last time we won.
Crazy. Damn, we need to go to that just means we need to go to another one, dog.
Yeah,
I know, right?
It just makes the season seem so much longer than what it really is.
You know what? It does, but then it doesn't because obviously in the beginning, they got out to a really, really slow fucking start, right? And I was like, here we go. We're about to get blown up. I'm not going to lie. I was looking at movie times. I was going to go watch Gladiator. I was like, this game's not going to go well.
Oh, yesterday? Yeah.
Yeah. And then, because they started off 14-0 right off the bat.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
that was horrible.
But then you see them like finally wake up. They were getting to Baker. They were putting pressure on Baker, started getting, more in the game. And then they made it. I mean, it was 14-10 by the fourth quarter. So, I mean, to me, it was a good game, until at the end, and then once all that bad happened. But yeah, what do you think, Jeff? What was your view on the game?
It's like every other game this season. It's like they give you that little bit of hope, and you're like, yeah, and then they rip your heart out, and you're like, fuck, By the end of the game, you're like, God damn it.
Yeah,
it's just, I mean, they didn't look that great yesterday. I mean,
whatever, Jay.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. Even the way
they the last two games. This was by far the worst out of the last 3 games.
They started off bad and then they ended bad. Yeah. Which has been like what we do this year, right? We don't start good. We'll play tough and then at the end we'll like blow it somehow. Except the Ravens game, That's the only one.
It's almost like years ago when we were like known as like the fourth quarter team. We'd always come back in the fourth quarter and win it. We were always a late game.
Yeah, that was with the Gruden era, right? Yeah,
but now it's like, we're looking good going to the fourth, and then we just shit the bed, and that's it. We still end up losing.
I think that's what used to piss me off the most about the McDaniels era was that in the Gruden era we would come back in the fourth quarter a lot. That's why a lot of us got love for Carr because he would bring us back. But then in the McDaniels era, it seems like we always blew the fucking lead. We'd be up by like 21, 14 points, and we just could not hold a lead. And oh my god! But
yeah, we're just not good enough to come dig ourselves out of those holes.
No.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to. Is just like we have to either kind of go toe to toe and match score for score. Because the moment we go down more 2 scores, and it's like it feels like it's over.
And that's how I felt
when the adversity. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it felt the moment they went up 14-0, I was like, dude, like I remember, I worked, so I was at work, and I was like, man. And I was listening to it because we had a busy day yesterday, so I work up on the hill and I gotta go pull like samples and shit like that. So I was sitting there and I was listening to it, and I had to stop, and I was like, is that 14-0 already? I was sitting there like,
yeah, it was fast too.
Yeah,
it was
I was
quick, bro. That first drive seemed like so long for them, and then they scored again, and it was like, oh, here we go.
I was sitting there and I was like walking, and I was like sitting there and I was walking up some steps, and then I was like, wait a minute, and then I was like, was that 14? I was like, damn, it's 14-0 already. 14-0. So when I got back, when I got back into
the whole first half blew right by. Before you knew it was halftime. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I got back into the lab, and I had to turn on my phone. I had to put it on, and I was like, what the hell? Wait a minute. I was like, that's just horrible. I was like, dude, like I stepped out and then I came back.
To their credit, and I know AP gets a lot of shit for not having the team ready. They came out looking like ass the first quarter, 14-0, but they got their shit
both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball. That's all I say. Normally I blame one side, but both sides of the ball. But they got their shit together. They made a game out of it, which is all I'm asking for nowadays, right? I'm not expecting us to go out there and win every damn game, but I do want them to make a game out of it, and to me they did. So seeing that made me feel a lot better. It was funny because Jeff was laughing. I made those videos yesterday when I was at 28 West. One of them was directed at you.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
But people were like, "Well, what is it? What do you want?"
It's just calling me out
right
like, now.
Do you want Sanders or do you want to win? And I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm a fan. I'm gonna watch the game. I'm never gonna cheer for them to lose, but I'm just not gonna be mad if they lose. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where I'm at right now at this point. I'm like, what do they say? I'm indifferent about it.
No, because I've always said like I still want them like people are like you if you guys lose, you guys get the first pick or the second pick. I go, I get that. I go, but I don't want. Yeah, I don't want them to lose.
Yeah,
you know, I don't be able to. You know, I really don't. If they lose, then it's like one thing.
Yeah,
I still want them to go out and win.
I don't know about your bar, Jeff, but did you find people like cheering for them to lose?
No, not there.
Okay.
No, because you know that if somebody was openly going, "Yeah, we're gonna lose," they would be met with such negativity. It isn't even funny.
Okay,
you know.
Right.
I mean, if you want to keep that in you, internally and go,
right,
yeah, we're gonna lose. All right, that's fine. But if you mention it out loud, at the end of the game, it's like, well, I guess the one good takeaway is we got the number 1 pick now.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's always that bright side of it,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, nobody would dare say that. I know I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
No.
And nobody better say it around me either.
I wouldn't say it either. I think it's just one of those things that I think that's what trips me out. Like people saying that I should be cheering for them to lose. Like, no, I would never.
People that come out and say that, it's like, where is your thought process in this? Why do you? I mean, I get it. I understand why you're saying it or why you're thinking it, but do me a favor, keep it as a thought and don't say it out loud.
Yeah, exactly. Like we know the purpose, right? We know what the overall plan should be, but at the same time, I'm not going to cheer for them to lose.
No.
Yeah. No. I've said it. I was like, I'd rather still win out and then just, if you have to trade to go get your quarterback, I'd rather still do that.
Although it made me feel good seeing that Jacksonville won. So now we win that game. You don't have to be mad.
Right? Now we can go watch that one win.
Well, the best case scenario is if we don't win another one and Jacksonville wins another one, it won't even matter whether we win or lose against Jacksonville.
Yeah, that one at that point.
I mean, because there's a good chance we're not going to win the rest of these games. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, not the way we looked Sunday. I would say no. The way we looked Friday against Kansas City, I was a little bit like, oh shoot, we might put out a game here or there, you know. But
next week could be winnable based on how Atlanta's been playing.
Yeah,
but they did say that Cousins is starting next week. They're not going to bench him.
Yeah, that's the thing with Atlanta too. One, they're still in their division, so they're not out of it, right? They still have a lot.
So they're going to be playing to win.
Yeah,
they're going to be playing to win. But then the other part too is Cousins. You never know with Cousins. He can either go out there and cut you apart, or he's going to go out there and throw 3 interceptions and cost his team the game. So it's like you don't know which version you're going to get. Yeah. But that'll definitely
it's hard to wish to get the good version of them. You know what I mean? Because that means we're going to lose.
I don't like them anyway.
Yeah,
I've never been a fan of Kirk Cousins. I know some people are. My buddy Chris, he was a Vikings fan when Cousins was on there, so he was a big Kirk Thuggins, is what they used to call him when he was on the Vikings. Yeah, because he would wear like the chain on the plane and all that stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's crazy for me because this game was like exactly what's been plaguing us all year long. The one thing we talked about last week, Jeff, on Wednesday to win was we needed turnovers, right?
Yeah.
And not turn over the ball. We got 3 turnovers, but then we also turned it over 3 times. So it was like, the one game where we do good and get some turnovers.
Yeah, we give up the same amount back.
We give up the same amount back, man. I think that's the frustrating part when I see them play like that,
Yeah,
especially the one we gave it right back to them. Was that how it went down? Right?
Let me see.
We took it away, then gave it right back.
Yeah.
So Mayfield had 2 interceptions. O'Connell had 1. Ritter had none.
And
then
there were 2 that were reversed, right? One on Minshew and one on Ritter.
Yeah.
They called incomplete, right? Yeah.
That's all they had. Tampa Bay only had the 2. We only got 2 interceptions from them. No fumbles.
We had that one.
No, Baker fumbled.
Baker fumbled. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you had 2 interceptions and the fumble.
I'm sorry. I was looking at Tampa Bay's defense. My bad.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So so we had 1 fumble recovery and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
And then O'Connell had the interception, and I think the fumble.
Yeah, that's the only time we only turned it over once. So we were up 3 turnovers to their. We had 3 Sorry, Tampa Bay had 3 turnovers.
We had 3 in our favor, and they had 2.
Yeah, and they just took advantage of that one. That's the problem. We had 3, and we couldn't even fucking do anything.
And I think that it was the one where O'Connell fumbled the snap, but he was right under center, right?
I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was a bad. I don't know if the snap was bad or his hand placement. You know,
it didn't look like easily
could have. Yeah, it could have easily been the center because I know I've done it before playing.
Yeah,
that you go to snap, and if your hand moves just the slightest as you're snapping it, and you hit the inside of your thigh, you know that definitely happens. I've done that more than once through the years.
Oh man, that's
there was
huh?
Go ahead, John.
No, so that handoff, that connection between the center and O'Connell have been a little weird. Because then
even with the one on Friday,
because then he stepped on him when he threw it to Bowers when he just kind of lobbed it up.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he stepped on
Parham stepped on him. Parham stepped on him.
Yeah,
trust me, I saw that. I knew it was him.
I was like, what the fuck?
I saw 66 and I was like, oh, Jeff is gonna have a ball.
I can't stand that son of a bitch. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, of course, it's him that caused that play to get fucked up.
But in O'Connell's defense, it was a smart play to get it up there. Because I saw Bowers 1-on-1 with that linebacker.
Yeah.
So I'm screaming.
He was gonna go. He was gonna go there from the start.
Yeah, like you have to throw it there. So the fact that he was still able to get the ball off enough and draw the flag, you know, instead of getting tripped up by your guy and then having to kick a field goal or whatever. That was good on AOC. Yeah, I'll say that much.
You know, it just seems like it's a comedy of errors sometimes with this team.
Yeah,
you know, from the bad snap coordination there, then he gets stepped on by his right guard.
Right guard.
You know, it's just the things that just happen, and then that bullshit play where he gets pushed from behind O'Connell as he's running. That if that's not a blatantly obvious penalty, I don't know what.
That was a penalty
anymore.
Yeah.
Because the announcers even said it. If you rewatch it, the announcers even said it. You know, he can clearly see that the ball's been released and his hand's going forward, like the ball's going, and he still
gone.
And then pushed him.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
I thought he did blow his knee out because if you watch that run, when his right leg, when his foot plants, it looks like his knee kind of gives a little jolt. And I'm like, if he's got knee damage, that's right there is where it happened. His knee just hit the right time.
Even before that, though, when he scrambled and then he got tackled
he looked
behind,
when he got put
too. And he felt so awkwardly. Remember, he got up gingerly? Like, that's where I thought he hurt his knee. And then he threw the interception, right? And then it was like, oh, maybe that injury affected him more than we realized because he probably, I don't know, whatever with the throw. He made that horrible throw to Bowers and he got picked off.
Yeah, he was moving around real gingerly. Like, after that, you're talking about. I did notice that too.
Yeah. And that one, when I saw him running, I'm like, bro, why do you just slide? Like, you can't run. Like, it shows. You can't run. And then he ends up landing on his knee, right? When he landed on the ground.
Yep. Yeah, all his weight right on his knee.
All his weight, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I know some people were like, well, why'd they put an air cast on him, blah, blah, blah. And I mean, for me, with all the years of being in the fire service and EMS and all that shit, it's definitely, especially with a player in the NFL like that. If he's complaining of any pain around his knee like that, you don't mess with these guys because they're making millions and they're, your insurance policy and everything with them. You secure that leg and make sure that you're not doing any more damage. So I get why they put the air splint on him, even though it wasn't necessary. But as a precaution, it makes sense.
And I think at that point, he wasn't even going to come back anyway. Whether he had the air cast or not. No. I think he was done at that point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me check.
I'm just glad it's not season ending, just for his own personal reasons.
We'll get to that point.
Yeah, you never want to see that.
Yeah. It's coming.
Just Raider baby. He said #1 pick. Here we go. What's up, SoCal Sal? Welcome, my bro Raider Paul. What's going on, Raider Paul? Ja Raider, what's going on, big dog? Good to see you. He says Tom Brady texted Sanders. That's all I heard. Sanders is #1 pick. He said our kryptonite is in the fourth quarter. What could go wrong will always go wrong, and that is so true, bro. Yeah. It's crazy how much everything bad has gone on with us this year. Josh says we going 2-15 this year.
It's horrible. Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, I think he's right too. I just
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see us. I think the best option for us with a chance to win is going to be that Jacksonville game at the end of the season.
Yeah, that Jacksonville. Jay says 3-14. I think maybe he's thinking that Jacksonville game.
And then Jacksonville probably. Yeah.
And then my boy Chris, what's going on, Chris? What up, bro? Protect the shield in the house. What's going on, big dog?
What's up, man?
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad Arnie has a great question. Are we really the worst team in the NFL? Now, we have the number 1 pick, right? So record-wise, that makes us the worst team. But can you really say we're the worst team in the NFL, or would you say that?
No, I don't think so.
No? Who's worse than us?
Jacksonville. No. You know what? It's hard because like you look at it, like the way we've lost games.
Mm-hmm.
We can't. We have no fight back, right? Like we go down early, and that's it. We're not coming back. That's the end of it. If you keep the games close, they're in it. You know what I mean? Kansas City. You know, you're both times you were right there. It's not like you can't keep up with them. We just gotta we shoot ourselves in the foot a lot with the turnovers, and that started early on in the year. The turnovers killed us, and we don't have the team to come back. Yeah, no, we're not at all. Yeah. I mean, if we keep them close, I think even like I said, even with Denver, I think even the one with at the end of the year with the Chargers. Mm-hmm. I still believe that's going to be a close game, and it's going to be like, okay, where's that been all year? You know what I mean? It's also a divisional game, and it's a divisional game. It's just the way it's played sometimes.
Yes, like with KC, I put a lot on divisional games. The fact that we know them so well, they know each other, we can play them differently than other teams.
Yeah, but but if you keep up with KC, who's has only lost 1 game all year, it's not. You're bad, yes, but no at the same time. Mm-hmm. It is, you look at what was it? Was it Detroit who just destroyed Jacksonville?
Oh, somebody
put up like 50 something, almost 60 points,
something like that.
Yeah, right? I was like, man, that's just bad. That's just bad right there.
we got blown out like that by what? The Carolina, right? Where it was bad.
The Carolina game.
Yeah, the Carolina game.
No, Carolina was like 30, 36, but we still put 36. Up 22 in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last one was
like if you look at our games this season, right? So we beat Baltimore 26-23. All right, so even they were still close to us. Cleveland, we win 20-16.
And we almost lost that one.
Yeah, true. And then the other close game, I mean, the other games that we played prior to those were not close at all. Denver beat us 34-18. Carolina 36-22. Chargers 22-10. So the Rams, we lost to them, but we only lost by 5 points. 20.
That was all Garner and his fucking turnovers, bro.
We turned the ball over like 1,000 times.
Yeah. Then the Chiefs only beat us by 7. We had that game right up to the very end.
Yeah.
The only team that really fucking laid a smack on us so far this season, to be honest with you, was Cincinnati, 41-24. And we scored points in garbage time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the other games, in all honesty, weren't that close except for the KC game 19-17.
Yeah.
The others were all by a touchdown or more.
Yeah. It's a different narrative if we don't turn over the ball the way we do.
Yeah.
I think it's a completely different narrative.
Play tough. Like that Baltimore win was huge early in the season.
Oh my god, that got me so
I was so excited for that.
We won in Baltimore. That's Baltimore.
Yeah.
In Baltimore.
Yeah.
Going into Baltimore's a tough fucking place.
He runs like the Tin Man.
Yeah, I saw that.
What's up, Raider Ryan? Arnie says AOC runs like Steven Seagal. Why can't I picture that? Damn.
Oh, Steven Seagal. That's horrible.
He said AOC is the opposite of mobile quarterback. Man, even Tom Brady had a little wiggle to him, man. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god. Yeah,
we did. Yeah, I guess for that part. I mean, but the part that sucks is just that record. Knowing that we only have 2 wins. We
can sit there. We can sit there and say record-wise we're the worst team.
Right. I don't think we're worse than the Giants. To me, I think the Giants are the worst team in the NFL. Yeah, when I see the Giants play. Yeah. And then of course Jacksonville. I think I gave Jacksonville because I like their running back.
Well, for the Giants, I mean, they might put up 190. The Giants can't score, period.
Yeah. Well, it's either. I mean, we can't get over. Well, what's this? What is it? 14.
I think the Giants are actually worse, though.
Yeah, we've scored 236 points this season. The Giants have only put up 194.
Yeah.
They haven't even broke 200 points yet.
Yeah. Let me see what did Ryan say? He said, why all through preseason and the beginning of the season, our coaches preach what a mismatch Bauer is and what a red zone threat he is. Why is he not even on the field on some of those to at least be a decoy? You know what? I rewatched the game. I will give Tampa credit on trying to take away Bowers, which is why you saw Big Mike get the ball more.
The only second team to do it.
Yeah, they schemed to get. They wanted to make sure they took away Bowers at that point. I get still giving him the ball and trying to, but I think you need the quarterback to be able to even do that. Because even that throw when AOC threw that interception, he was trying to get the ball to Bowers, out there with the other guy, but he threw it behind him. There wasn't much Bowers could do at that point. Like if you were going to throw it with him covered, throw it towards the sideline, where Bowers.
You throw it out, either it's out or he catches it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think that's where the difficulty is in being able to think even more.
If that was close enough behind him and Bowers caught that, Bowers would have been fucking nailed on that one.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because you got to think about it. He's leaning back for it, so already he's going to be vulnerable, first of all. But now he's taking a chance of taking a nasty hit from the side and possibly blowing or twisting his back out, because that is such a reach and a twist to try and go back for that. That would have fucked him up. So it's a good thing he didn't try and catch that, because that would have been a mess. Yeah, we would have lost him for the at least the next few games.
And it's funny you bring that up, because some people are messaging me that it's time to wrap it up, right? It's time to sit Max, time to sit Bowers. I think the only thing I responded was tell them that. Like they're not.
You tell Max he can't play no more today, even though you're healthy.
You tell Bowers on a record-setting rookie year, we're not going to play you these next 4 games because we're saving you for next year.
Bowers should not be sat just out of sheer game experience for him, because it's good for him. Why would you sit a rookie that's been playing so well? I know you don't want to get him hurt, but the more time and repetition he gets out there in game situations, the better he's going to be for the future. Max is Max. I mean, I get that, but again, like you said, I agree with you 100%, Leo. You tell him that.
Right. I want Max to show
every tell those guys.
Yeah, Max will be on there. Like, I am in this thing, I'm not gonna sit. I'm gonna play every game. I want to win every game. So
if we had number 1 seed lockdown and we didn't have to play, we had the first week off in the playoffs and we're playing a meaningless game. Okay, I get it. I'll take a rest. I'm a little banged up this season.
Yeah. Right. No problem. Even the Cleveland game, John, where he sat, that was hard for him. I wanted him to rest his knee because it was so big. He said, I went to the restroom, heard my cousin scream, we got the interception. Then I sat down on the couch and we gave the ball back. My cousin said, get your ass to the restroom, you bring bad motion.
Yeah, it was right the next play.
It was bad. It was crazy because that happened. I was screaming, I was yelling, here we go. And I think I had turned to order another beer, and then boom, we fumbled, and I was like, man.
That's how it was at the bar. Everybody's yelling and screaming, and then everybody's sitting like this after that.
Oh my God.
My girl's like, what happened? I was like, they're being stupid again. Like,
that was horrible.
Oh man. He's like, it's true. We never play a full game on defense and offense, special team, and coaching. Always one that costs us the game, or all 3. Oh, was anybody else worried when Carlson kicked that first field goal?
Yes.
I was like, hold on.
No, because it was the first one.
Because it was the first one?
I still was.
I was like,
I didn't do good last week with that, so I was like, no.
Yeah, Ryan, that's what I noticed. They took a page out of how the Broncos did it to bracket him and make sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said last week, or the week after the Broncos game, the Broncos gave the blueprint for the rest of the NFL that have to playoffs. That this is how you handle a guy of his talent and capabilities.
Especially if you don't have a confident quarterback that's willing to put it or accurate enough to put it somewhere where only Bowers can get it. You know? Yeah, you can take advantage of that. But I'm glad that Big Mike got some good catches, though, man. I kept screaming every time Big Mike got the ball because Notre Dame. But it was good to see him get involved again. That was one of the things in the
college football playoff.
Yeah, and in the college football playoff. That was one of the things in the preseason was I wanted to see the two tight ends, with Big Mike, with Brock Bowers. And being able to see it like that's what I've been wanting to see all year, and that's a weapon we can have moving forward. Yeah.
Because if you think about it, if they do it right with him and Bowers, you've got a perfect 1-2 tight end punch. Like if you can get Myers up to Mayer up to speed a little bit more and get him more catches, it's only going to take pressure off of Bowers, and now opposing defenses are going to be like, well, now we've got almost the same type of threat on the other side,
right?
With Mayer, so it's like, what do we do now? We can't, and this is that same situation I talked about last week. If you go back and look at the Patriots years ago when you had Hernandez and Gronk out there,
Gronk,
what do you do? I mean, I'm not calling them either one of them, Gronk or Hernandez. Even
no, but they have the capability to be that duo. Yeah,
Bowers is just as good as when he was playing, and probably has a chance to be better than him.
Yeah, too bad we don't have Tom behind there, huh? Ugh, that's all we need.
He's a Tom.
I mean, that's the one nice bright lookout for the future with these two.
Right.
If it's
and to me, for a rookie quarterback, having a good tight end is like your security blanket,
Oh God, yeah.
Like
a safety valve.
Big time.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get there, Ryan. We're getting there. So let me bring up the next thing, and then we'll talk more about his injury. But AOC back down to earth.
Literally.
I know we had that big game against Kansas City. So it was like, see, this is what he can do. This is what he can do. I think with Tampa, a lot of his inconsistencies got put out there. The fear that inconsistency in the play. I know, Jeff, you were one that said, let him go. Let him start. So I'll let you go. Like, how did you see O'Connell on Sunday?
For the people that weren't here at the beginning of the show, so this is Operation AOC 12. 2025 was 2024, but we had to reiterate it. Back on.
It's back on. Yeah, but how would you like grade or what you saw with Aiden on Sunday?
Probably about the same way as everybody else on the team itself. The whole offense gets a F in my book.
Okay.
I'll give a C+ to a B on the running game because McCormick looked good.
McCormick did.
He had some good runs, but overall the offense, like nobody was getting open. It seemed like Bowers was pretty much taken out of the game. Mayer had a good day, basically, compared to what he's done so far this season. Granted, I know he hasn't been there for a lot of games this season.
Yeah,
but by far his best game of the season, and the one that showed progression since he's been back. Not just out there being a blocking tight end, actually physically getting into the receiving side of it.
Yeah, that was good to finally see him get on the receiving side.
It was.
Yeah,
it gave people, I think, a chance to shut up that were always giving shit about grabbing him last year when we drafted him.
Yeah, Chris.
and not doing what he was supposed to do this year. I mean, he had issues earlier this year. Don't fault him for that.
No, you can't.
Taking care of him, and now he's come back, I think, even better at this point.
Right.
So I mean, he wants to be just as good as Brock. You know that because he was there first. So he's looking at Brock as like, this motherfucker took my job. So I'm gonna make the best of it. If I'm not gonna be like him out there, I got to be just as close as I can get to being like him.
Yeah.
So I give him a lot of credit for putting the time and effort in this season to get to where
you put a lot of emphasis because you used to play O-line, so you pay a lot of attention to the O-line.
Yeah.
One of the things that I noticed when I watched the game was the matchup that they were gonna have with Tampa Bay's D-line. He's a big dude, number 50.
Yeah.
That was gonna be a tough matchup. So it was interesting watching him and JPJ go at it. What did you think about seeing those two?
JPJ is still, as far as I'm concerned, like a godsend to this offensive line since he's been put in place as the starting center. He was okay when he was at guard, but I think this is his natural spot playing at center. His hustle is unbelievable. That kid, even some of the plays that were further down the field, if you watch and pay attention to who's running to whoever's got the ball, whether it was a running back or a wide receiver, the first guy on scene that's not a skilled position is him. Yeah. He's the first one down the field to help that guy up.
Down there. Like,
this fucking kid is hauling his ass. He might be 15, 20 yards back down the way, but by the time the guy, whoever's got the ball, hits the ground and starts to go to get up, JPJ's right there picking the kid up.
Yeah.
So this shows me that he's trying to hit those second and third levels to try and make something happen a little bit further down the field to extend the play more. So this kid doesn't just come off his block and once the ball's put, thrown down the field and just stands there. No, he takes off running full speed, balls to the walls down the field.
And then that one call was bullshit on him. The one they called the illegal block on that screen pass to Sincere, where he hit the lineman on the side. Yeah, that was bullshit. I saw like, come on, man. He didn't hit that dude in the back. But I definitely so good. Proud of what I see with JPJ. Yeah,
he looks great out there.
I mean, I got to watch a good chunk of the game at the bar yesterday, a little bit more than I have in the past. Again,
you did?
Yeah, because like I said before, normally when I'm at the bar with the club, I'm off doing all kinds of other things. I don't really get to sit and pay attention to the game, and I didn't get a chance to watch it again today. But I did see a good chunk of it though yesterday. But I must have missed that one.
Yeah, that was one. It was on the screen pass. When you rewatch it. It's one of the they call the illegal block in the back when he hit the dude, and it was on the screen pass. So we got a big chunky yards. McCormick broke one on a good screenplay that was called.
I did see that one. It's nice to see him in the passing game now too.
Seeing that part too. The one thing I would say that I was not happy with the offensive coordinator. Why are we doing the tush push with Aiden O'Connell?
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't get it.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought the same thing. It's like when they try to do it with Brady.
Right.
It's like, why would you?
At least Brady had to a point mastered it. Remember when it was a while, like he was kind of automatic on the sneak, right?
Yeah. It looks so awkward and so off.
With 2 yards unnatural was the one that killed me.
It looked unnatural. It just didn't look right.
Didn't even look right. Yeah,
I mean, that's when you gotta go old. You gotta go old school Marcus Allen style and give it to your running back and let him launch himself over the line. When you're at the 2 yard line, that's what you do. You want to go for the tush push crap at the 1 yard line. I'm for it, but you're gonna put a big bastard behind whoever's going to be the ball carrier to give that extra push out. You can't just have O'Connell or any quarterback. I don't care who it is back there. Not necessarily.
We don't have someone big enough. Like I could see why Jalen Hurts does. He's a big ass dude. Josh Allen, big ass dude. There's a reason why those guys do it. I think at that point I was like, why are we doing that? Like I get teams do that, but they have the quarterback to do that. And then the Bucs, they have Vita in the middle. Like you're not fucking just moving that dude back.
No,
like that dude is a presence to be having to deal with. So when it came to that part, I was like, what the hell? And then I didn't see us take too many deep shots. I don't know if they just weren't there. It wasn't part of the plan.
I think it was a mixture of they weren't there. They couldn't get open enough, and the line just wasn't giving them the protection to.
Mm-hmm. I really thought once the safety went down, we would have the opportunity to go. It was Antoine Whitfield once he went down. I thought we were going to be able to start taking some more shots. And
it was like a mixture. It was like when they couldn't get open, he had the time, a little bit of time, and then he didn't have the time. So it was kind of like, can we put it together and get a little bit of time and then get open?
Yeah, I will give him credit when he gets rid of the ball, not pressured and fast. He can be accurate with it.
Yeah,
when he gets the ball quick to Jacoby, when he gets the ball quick to Bowers, or even to Mayer.
You got to give him time because he's not mobile at all.
Yeah,
he needs the time. He needs the time to throw the ball. If you give him the time,
pocket too.
Yeah, if you give him the time, he hasn't been bad. It's just he's not gonna move. It's just not what he does.
Yeah, definitely not. We were joking yesterday. You remember playing Madden back in the day? Like if you threw the ball with a quarterback that wasn't mobile, he would just like throw that shit out of bounds because he had no. That's what he reminds me of when he moves. Like his accuracy goes like to 0 the minute he starts moving.
Yeah. And like, it was like that until Michael Vick came into the game, and then everybody.
Yeah, and then once Vick came in, then all of a sudden you could throw when you're fucking running.
Yeah. I remember that.
The biggest thing that kind of bummed me yesterday was there was that one series where the ball, it was just McCormick. And I was like, they better give this motherfucker the touchdown. Like, let him try and score.
Yeah.
And then we didn't even score on that drive. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah. I just wanted that kid to get a touchdown so freaking bad yesterday. I think he's earned it. Yeah. He really has. He's played he's played 3 games now in there is on the starting, well, not the starting, but out there on offense, and he's gotten better every game.
Yeah, he's gotten good. He's gotten good.
Like I called it the other day. I said if he breaks 100, like if he has 115 yards rushing, we're going to win that game because that means we controlled the clock, we controlled the drive. Yeah. We had more success on offense. He didn't hit 115, but he was damn near close.
He was 70, right?
15, yeah, he
was almost 80. Almost 80.
Yeah, I think he was 100 and over or close to 100 in total yards.
Oh, total yards, yeah, with the catch.
Yeah, total yards close to 100.
I was just saying 115 on running the ball. So he showed improvement from the week before too. Which still a decent.
His total's gone up every week.
Yeah,
it has gone up. Yeah, it has gone up. Yeah.
But Ryan,
and he looks good doing it. You know what I mean? He looks good out there just running the ball. It looks.
He does. It looks very natural. He sees the holes. He hits the holes hard. You know? Yeah. Definitely really meshes with his O-line running style. As opposed to the other running back. I don't even want to say his name no more. But yeah, Arnie said, "Who's your biggest disappointment so far?" That running back would be my biggest disappointment this year. But he says, is it sounding like AOC is going to start now? A bruised knee. So today the report came out, right, that it's not as bad as they thought. It's not a tear. It was a bruised knee. So now he's going to go to day-to-day. He's not going to go on IR. So now there is a chance. Yeah. So there's a chance that he might play on Sunday. How do you guys see it? Do you think he's going to start?
Monday,
or Monday? Monday, he gets an extra day.
It's Monday. Right. He gets an extra day.
I think he's going to start. I think there's no two ways about it.
I don't know how the whole bone bruise works. I don't know. I don't really know that injury like that.
I know we need to get a nurse on here, huh?
Yeah, I was like, I know how ACLs and meniscus tears work and stuff like that. But bone bruise, I'm not really sure. So I'm not sure how it like.
I know they're painful.
I know they're painful.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's so I'm not sure, but I mean, if they're saying I think there's a chance he could go, he'd probably go.
He'd probably go. I think it'll be in his own best interest for him to want to go out there, with only 4 games, us being primed, I say primed to take a quarterback. I didn't mean
he wants the primes already.
I mean, he's still got something to prove for the rest of this year.
And, that's what I'm saying. He really does. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's still going to be here because he's still under a rookie contract, so he'll be here no matter what. It's just to what capacity, So he's got everything in his corner to want to go out and play. The fact that the MRI was negative just gives me hope that he's going to play Monday night. If we have any ambition to win, he gives us our best option, if you ask me. Only because of just how well he's played. Minus yesterday, I know yesterday the whole team looked like crap yesterday. I'm sorry. Outside of McCormick,
they all did.
I know Michael Mayer looked a little bit better than he has been. So those are your 2 bright spots. The rest were all there.
Yeah. What's up, Myron? Who's gonna be in Vegas this weekend? Woo! Another thing.
So we're good.
I know we're Raider fans, and some people have called it a season, and they stopped going to games, stopped going to events. Shout out to our 28 West, the San Gabriel Valley Booster Club. They showed up. They weren't there the last game because a bunch of them traveled to Denver to watch the game, or to Vegas to watch them play the Broncos. So that's why there was more people there. I don't know your bar. Did you see less people there than you normally would, Jeff?
What, this week?
Yeah.
No, like I said, I think I said it to Turf on his like when he does the live game day shows.
Yeah.
when I've been at the bar. Saturday, 1 o'clock games are tough for us on the East Coast.
Why? It's 1. It's not like here 10 in the morning.
Yeah, but you know what? You're gonna.
That is true.
But again, a lot of people will tend to do certain things on like early on Sunday. So by the time they're done, it's already like after 2 o'clock, and you know when it's a 4 or 4:30 game, more members tend to show up because it's later in the day. The day's already over. You know, especially this time of year where we've got limited sunlight around here. By 4 o'clock, it's already starting to get dark now. You know, even 3:30 sometimes in another week or two.
Oh, around this time,
even,
yeah.
It's going to be even like almost midnight out there by like 4 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah.
So usually we have more people that show up at the club for the 4:30 games or the 4 or 5 games. You know, 1 o'clock games, it's always been that way. And plus, it doesn't help with the way the team is. I've always said this in the club that we're a victim of the product that's on the field. If the team's doing great, a shit ton of members show up. If the team's doing shitty, they can just stay home and stay comfy and save money and not buy drinks at the bar and watch the game. Like what?
MC Raider.
Same aspect. Same aspect.
Go back
to Vegas to watch this.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. I know if I want to take a trip out to Vegas, which I haven't done since they've been there, I want to wait until.
No, for you it would be a lot harder because you're further away.
I want to wait until it looks like like we're doing good again. In other words, I don't want to be going out there and spending my money to watch them get blown out 44-7 playing the Giants or something. You know, I've already done that. I did that going to New York, watching us lose 40.
Oh my God, you went to that one?
Yeah, it's only a 3-hour ride though. It's not that big of a deal, you know. But I'm not.
I'm with you, and it's crazy because I keep an eye on the ticket prices. And for that Monday night game in the black hole, they're actually below $200. They're like $170, John.
That's pretty.
Yeah, no, I was looking
at
them.
That is insanely low.
I was looking at them.
For Vegas, bro. Yeah. So I'm curious how many people are gonna go. I know one of my buddies, one of my customers, he's going. Yeah, he's gonna go. He wants some merch to take down there, so he's gonna pick it up Thursday before he heads down there. Manny's gonna go down there. John, he was with us at the comedy show. He's the one that said, "Oh, I already lost $1,000," and I got her like an hour ago. We're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I remember.
Him, he's gonna go down there. Yeah, he's going down there. But yeah, I'm curious to see who's gonna go. Myra, I don't know if you're gonna go. I probably won't go because we're gonna go to the Jacksonville one, and it's on a Monday. So with work, it's a little more difficult. Yeah, but
complicated.
This Monday though, they're doing that march. If you are, and I think this will draw people out there. Charles Woodson's gonna lead the march across the bridge. So Charles Woodson himself, John. So if you want to go, we'll be out there where we met, and there he's gonna lead the march across the bridge to the stadium.
The bridge from
I've seen the videos of that, man. That just gives you chills watching all these Raider fans walking and just the music.
It did the first game. The first game, yeah, the first game it was dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first game where we did it with the home opener, because there were so many of us there, it was cool. It was wild. After that, the crowd got a little thinner.
Well, yeah,
because it started losing.
Yeah.
That Cleveland game.
When it's been 9 weeks since you last won, I can understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Why.
9 weeks. So I was kind of shocked that they were doing it. Right? I was like, wait, you guys are doing it again? And then it makes sense. One, it's a Monday night game, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna put it on television if it's a Monday night game.
Right? Oh yeah.
And then also, if it's Charles Woodson, Woodson's definitely gonna do it. Oh, see, Myra's going to the NBA Cup. More excited. That's probably the only thing the Warriors are gonna win if they're in it, because they ain't winning no title. I'll tell you that much. But
isn't it 2 games Monday night?
This Monday's 2 games?
I think so. Hang on.
It would be on the fucking Monday night that the Raiders play their 2 games.
2 games. Yep.
Is it?
And we're the second. First game is Chicago at Minnesota at 8 o'clock on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're on at 8:30 on ESPN.
So it's at the same time, just a half hour later, right?
Half hour difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Well, I saw somebody on somebody said something on
Severe. What's going on, brother? You kind of live. Welcome.
One of the Facebook Raider groups. They're like, I'm surprised they're not going to flex it. Well, first of all, it's too late.
Right. It already
time frame that they have to do it. And I also think one of the rules in flexing is they can only do so many games in a season too. they can only.
They already flexed one, right?
Yeah, so I'm
flexed one.
surprised they're not flexing this because you've still got 4 weeks left in the season, playoff games to be decided. You know, shitty teams playing on Monday nights makes more sense.
This one has playoff implications for Atlanta, not us. Right, the only thing we can do is be spoilers at this point.
I think that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't flex is the fact that Atlanta's still playing for a playoff.
Right.
If this would have been like Carolina on Monday night, guess what? We'd be playing.
If we were playing Carolina, it was like that year. The first year when I got to go, I bought tickets for a Sunday night game, and I paid a lot because it was the Patriots, and it was supposed to be a Sunday night game, but we were both so bad they flexed it to earlier. They gave somebody else the night game. And then, but that was the Chandler Jones game where he made that.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah,
that was.
Was that 2 years ago?
That was awesome.
Yeah, it was before I started all this, John. I wasn't doing any of this. Yeah,
that was the best ending to a football game I've ever seen, and especially the fact that it was the Patriots living around here was even.
Yeah, John. It was about.
And it was their former player that did it too.
It was what? Yeah, a former player.
And it was a former player.
Yeah.
And then the guy that started the whole. The guy that started the whole thing.
I remember that.
Season.
It was Kobe who threw the pass. And that's the other part. Bo Jackson's going to be signing that Saturday as well. Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm going
to
look into that one.
But Bo is not free.
I know it's not.
How much is he?
I know it's not.
Bo is like 150 at least minimum.
He charges 150 to sign something. Wow, that makes that football I got over there even better then, because I only paid $100.
Yeah, Bo's one of the more expensive ones, and I always wanted to meet Bo because I was such a big fan. Of money. But a lot of people tell me not to because I'm gonna be disappointed because he's not like Marcus or like Rich when you meet them. You know, he's not that engaging. And if I remember Bo, he never had that type of personality anyway.
No,
he was always.
He wasn't like Prime. Like he was Bo is an amazing athlete, but his personality was nothing like Prime.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Yeah, that was the one. For Flex Week 18 Raiders Chargers to 10 a.m. Please don't put it at the nighttime. I'd rather suffer in the morning than at night. I don't think they'll put that one at night because we're out. Unless the Chargers have to win to get in. You know, then
we could play spoiler again.
Yeah, we could play spoiler again. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't mind that.
So Lincoln is another guy that's cool. Who else? Oh man, that cornerback number 37, Lester Hayes.
37 was Hayes.
Yeah, Lester Hayes. Lester Hayes is cool as fuck, dude. If you ever get a chance to meet Lester Hayes, meet Lester Hayes. Cool.
Have you ever met Henry Lawrence?
Who?
Henry Lawrence. He was one of our offensive linemen during the Super Bowl runs in 81 and 83.
Oh yeah, no.
He played with Upshaw and all them too. So actually, I think he was in all three. Actually,
was he?
Yeah, I think he was offensive lineman for all three. I've met him. Phil Villapiano was fucking awesome. If you ever get a chance to meet him.
Phil Villapiano was awesome. He was actually
awesome
here in Huntington Beach this past weekend. He was at another spot over in Huntington Beach.
He's awesome,
but he's cool.
He's
the one that like embraces you with the whole Oakland thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When we went to New York, when we went to New York a few years ago for the Giants game, and we helped host the pregame party the night before with the Jersey Shore Club, because he's actually a member of that club. Actually, I think he's still their treasurer, but he started that club like 30 years ago. They just had their 30th anniversary within the last year or two. He was one of the guys that we had come in and sign. It was him, John Vella, and Henry Lawrence. And I remember standing at the bar, and he's standing right next to me, and him and I were talking as if I'm having a conversation with you guys right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a constant loop running of video from like the 70s when he was playing and everything, and interviews with different players. And then he's sitting there watching this. He goes, that fucking guy, he's talking shit about different players on the team. And he's, then you see him out there on a replay of one of his plays, and he's like, I remember that hit to this day. I still remember that. Dude, buy him a drink, and that's it. He's got your ear for the night, dude. He is.
Yeah. We met him in Oakland. We used to go to the headquarters, and you get to meet legends to talk to you.
Yeah, the Raider Mecca.
Part of that. And then he yelled, and like everybody go to Ricky's. So we're like, we were gonna go to Ricky's anyway, which is the famous spot.
Yeah, everybody did.
So we went, and it was him, Bolitnikov, and they were all like how you said, chilling at the bar. Like nobody security, nobody keeping you away from them. Like you can literally go sit there, chill, drink with them, and chatter up, and that was dope.
Yeah,
Tim Brown is another one I have to meet.
Tim Brown's the one I would definitely want to meet.
I was supposed to here in LA, but he ended up canceling. When I got a Rich Gannon's autograph, I was gonna go just to get Tim Brown's.
Okay.
I saved up and everything to pay for it. I didn't care how much it was gonna be, bro. And then he ended up having to cancel for whatever reason. And I was like, damn. So I got
Tim Brown's definitely one I would want to say.
Otis Wilson.
I have an autograph of Rich Gannon from like one of his Raider photos and like a game situation one.
Yeah.
And it was obtained through his brother. His brother was a real estate agent down in Florida. My in-laws were selling a house in Florida. And my father-in-law called me up. He goes, you know who our agent is? I forget his first name. He goes, but he's Rich Gannon's brother. I'm like, no, he's not. I looked up, I'm like, oh, he is. I said, well, make sure you put out of the stipulation when you sell the house is you want an autograph photo from Rich Gannon. And I got one in the mail. He actually he asked him to do it, and he gave me he had it done, and he sent it to me. I'm like,
that's cool.
Yeah. I was like, oh, all right. Well, that's part of your sales agreement on the house. Awesome.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I know last week you were saying on our show that you have your little sign, you can put it up. There's no need to go get Shador or Cam, right? That we can go through 2025 with AOC, right? Rudy, what up, Rudy? Rudy from LQ Sports. If you need any auctions and cards, make sure you hit them up on Facebook. But Rudy's still on either Shador or Cam. Everyone knows where I'm at. You know where I'm at. John, are you still evaluating, dog? What quarterback you want?
No. I mean, neither one of them made the playoffs. Neither one of them made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Neither one of them could get them there. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Jeff, after seeing AOC on Sunday, you really still are sticking that we don't need to get a top quarterback.
Either one of those two, correct? I don't think either one of those two are the answer.
Because to me, those two are the ones that are first round top pick worthy, right?
This year.
Then you got Gabriel and Dart and all those other dudes, right?
I didn't know that Gabriel was actually a finalist, huh?
Yeah, Gabriel's a finalist.
He was in a finalist. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm just not convinced with either one of them. Like
the one thing I will say that I'm not convinced about now, though, after watching Boise State, I don't think Gentry's the top pick running back. I wouldn't waste my first, second, or third pick on him.
On Gentry? No, I wouldn't have either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have either.
Mm-mm. Yeah. No. He's good. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's a bad running back. What he's done in college is great. So the yards he's gaining, how many per game, all that stuff. But I don't know. When I think you're drafting a running back that high, I need that wow factor like you have with like Barry or with Saquon. You know?
Yeah,
you would just see that. And I don't see that with Gentry. Yeah. I was more impressed by that running back from Arizona State. What's his name? Scatterboo?
I haven't seen him actually.
That boy.
His name's jumped up a lot now.
Yeah, it's come up quite a bit. It's not kind of, but I haven't really seen
hearing
him.
that name more and more.
Yeah.
Now. Are they projecting him for the first round too, or no?
Well, they haven't really said. The only running back for the first round so far they projected
is Gentry.
And all points lead to Dallas. All roads lead to Dallas for that kid, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. That makes
you can see Jerry Jones like salivating for that fool, you know?
Yeah, that makes
a running back like him.
I think us having the number one pick changes everything in my eyes. Because initially,
I agree with that. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Initially, I wasn't sold on either one of those two as our quarterback for the future. I just don't like relying so much on just one player when we could have multiple players in the first round if it's done right.
Mhm.
If it's done right. And by doing it right, I mean if we finish with the number 1 pick, I know some people aren't gonna like this one either, but here we go. You take Hunter.
You
You
trade
take
him.
Travis Hunter, but you draft him as a wide with the intent that he's going to play wide receiver primarily. Don't even toy with the option of playing him at cornerback or special teams. He's coming in as our number 1 playmaker on offense is the goal for him. Okay. Which allows Jacoby to move back over to the opposite side now. So now you've got your 2 wide receivers. All right. Then you got Brock Bowers. Then you got Mayer. Then you look at free agency for your running backs. Najee Harris is a free agent. We have the money. You grab his ass. You have McCormick. No, fuck Chubb. You have McCormick. And you have
his injury set him back.
Yeah.
So you have Najee Harris. He comes in as your primary number 1 running back now. Helps groom McCormick. Then you sit there after the first few picks after you take Hunter, and you see what's still available. All right. You already know you're not going to grab either one of those 2 quarterbacks because they ain't going to make it out of the top 10. They're not going to make it past.
They're not making it out of the top 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be gone. So when it gets to around pick number 10, you start making phone calls and you offer up your 2026 first round pick
for
to move back into the first round.
So you kind of do what Houston did when they got
Stroud a little bit more. If you want to move it up a little bit more, you even look at pulling back in the 3rd round that we get from the Jets to be able to get you back into the top 10.
Top 10.
Okay, because it doesn't matter. That's a free pick for us because of the trade with Devontae. So now you trade the 2026 first round pick because you've still got good quarterbacks that could be the future of this team that are going to be available in the 2nd round with no problem if you develop them right and you have the right OC.
Yeah, and that would be like Gabriel.
Now, when you move back into that first round, you look at because Ginty will be gone already. You look at who's the best available talent at that moment.
Best player available.
Yep. If it's an offensive lineman, defensive end, cornerback, running back, you grab them because now it's all about having multiple bodies. It's about putting bodies in the training facility.
Right.
So you can evaluate them for next year because we're going to need them. We're 21 free agents at the end of this season. We're going to need players to fill this roster. All right. And you build it on this draft. You have to. And if we got to move around that draft, now I know Telesco's not that type of guy, but somebody's got to plant a seed in his ear and say, this is what we should really be doing to build this team going forward.
Well, he did move up to get Herbert. Not a lot, but he did move up to get him, right? Yeah.
And look how many championships and shit have they won with him. I think he's a wasted pick too.
Oh, he's a wasted talent in LA.
He plays great during the season and everything. Can't get him into
every time I see him with his helmet, like you know how he wears it right here. And then he just like rolls his eyes because he can't believe it's happening again. Like I feel so bad for that dude.
It just ended up in a bad situation. It's just the way the Chargers are.
I didn't feel bad for Rivers because fuck Rivers, he was an asshole. But for Herbert,
I mean, it's little kids. You know, so it's like giving up the 2026 first round pick. You're already going to draft your quarterback at some point in this draft. You're already going to have the number 1 wide receiver coming out of this draft, or the best talent available in the league with Hunter. And the reason I'm not sold on Cam, well, not so much Cam, but on Shador, didn't he lose Hunter last season in 2023 for a while? And how did Colorado make out after he was out of playing? They kind of
lost him in the middle for a couple of games. Yeah,
but they kind of played really shitty. That just goes to show you that if you don't if you don't have talent around Sanders, what good is he?
Well, think about in Colorado, other than Hunter, who does he have?
Well, that's what I mean.
And they're 8-3.
Everything that he's doing right now is targeting Hunter. So if he comes,
that's a big misconception that the only person he's throwing to is Hunter.
I understand that, but put him on our team now. With this offensive line, first of all, he's going to get destroyed. We're going to kill this kid.
Well, he has a horrible line in Colorado, and that's why he gets sacked so much.
Not much better either, though. You know, I mean,
I wouldn't say ours is as bad as Colorado.
No, but ours has been like a sip. But you gotta look at
they've gotten better though, and you gotta remember this is. I think you pointed it out.
It's a difference of level too. You're talking about the Colorado plays in what is it, the Big 12, whatever. You can't compare that to the defensive lines that we facing. At this level. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just going to be bigger, faster, and stronger. So that's what always makes me worry about it.
Different conference in college, like if he was in SEC or something like that, or you put him in it like the big. What are they in right now? What conference is Colorado in?
Big 12.
Big 12. I mean, there's some other conferences out there that would probably eat him alive. To be honest,
and I get that argument, but I always remember you got to remember in those conferences too, they're surrounded with even more talent.
Damn, the Cowboys
here's the other thing. Look at the division alone. Ours. Look at the AFC West alone.
Yeah. Cowboys fucked up.
Yeah, it was a 2-minute warning. They punted to him and he muffed it and they lost the ball.
Wow.
But
I think that, and I get that and that's why I always say with SEC quarterbacks, I don't necessarily mean you're the best quarterback. Prime example was homeboy from Georgia. What's his name? Stetson Bennett. Won so many years without losing a fucking game, right? But he was never primed to be an NFL quarterback because he was surrounded by talent. And I get the thing if they played in tougher conferences, But even Josh Allen, look at Josh Allen. He wasn't in a tough ass conference. Great fucking player. Mahomes, Texas Tech. Who the fuck do they play? To me, it's just those intangibles you see in a quarterback. That's why I don't like picking quarterbacks.
Well, Texas Tech is a Big 12. Texas Tech is a Big 12 school and stuff like that. But Mahomes did sit for a year.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
So that's another thing. Like people go like, "Oh, you need a quarterback like Mahomes. You need a quarterback. You need a quarterback like Mahomes. You need a quarterback like that." Like, okay, but Mahomes did sit a year.
Yeah.
So people want Ward or Shador, and they want him now.
Yeah.
That's different. You know what I mean? Like you can't.
And I'm not saying throw Shador out there game one either. If he comes out and he shows in the preseason or in training camp, fucking chase. There he goes.
Yeah, he already scored with a 40-yard touchdown.
But I wouldn't throw him out there if he's not ready. I would want
but you got to remember this league is what have you done for me lately? Someone's hand may be forced into throwing him out there sooner than he really technically should. That's
that's what I think they have to be careful about how they do
how they manage it. That's what I'm worried about. We're gonna draft a quarterback in the first round. Whether it's those two, a lot of people say you don't draft the first rounder to develop. He's got to be ready to go. They say stuff like that. Right. I was like, this guy's got to be. I think these guys have to sit at least a year, at least 1 year, good year. Just have them sit there and run plays during practice, learn the book really, really well, and let them start that second year. But that's going to be a waste of a year.
Yeah,
we have so many unknowns. We have it. I would say it as a waste of a year because AOC is not the guy that's going to take you to that next level and stuff like that. I like him, but he's not the guy that I think is going to take you to that level. It's going to be a different quarterback, right? But when you sit him for that year, people are going to start complaining and be like, "Oh, throw Shador in there, throw Ward in there, whoever it is," and they're not going to want to see and sit down. So I think people we're in such a desperate mode that people just want to take him and throw him out there right away. And I don't think it's going to work out in our favor.
No, I would not. Even if it's Cam. If it's Cam even, I would still want him to sit even more than I would.
I would want them to sit that year. But I don't think us as fans, and I don't say us as in general, want that. We want that. But
I'm cool with your boy being the bridge quarterback though, O'Connell.
Yeah,
O'Connell will definitely be the bridge. There's no two ways about it.
I think he's a good bridge quarterback.
Which is why I don't see that there's a need for us to run our first pick on either Ward or Sanders when we could get multiple players versus just one that's going to sit anyway.
Yeah,
when we could grab guys or players that are going to play right away, that we're going to need to play right away.
I thought about that.
Cornerback, if we draft a one of the top cornerbacks, he's going to be playing right away, guaranteed. He's going to have to because we're going to need him based on who we're going to lose in the offseason due to free agency.
Yeah.
And then with like Hunter, Hunter's going to play right away. There's no
Yeah,
choice
Travis
about
Hunter
that
will play.
either.
Yeah, Travis Hunter will play.
Oh, yeah.
And my thing is, some people are like, well,
skill
should he still play cornerback? No, he shouldn't. But I'll tell you when he can is if we have to go and play against a team like Cincinnati, you put his ass on Jamar Chase. We have to play Minnesota.
Right.
You put his ass on the best wide. You put him on Jefferson. You know,
Yeah, it'll be interesting
on
to
the
see how he
occasional
does that
game.
in the NFL.
Yeah, on an occasional game you do this, but you don't do this every week where he's playing both
Or maybe
ways.
with injuries. Remember that year New England had
Yep.
Troy Brown playing fucking
Yep.
corner?
You do that. They had no choice. I mean, they were decimated in the secondary.
They were
in New
decimated
England
that year. Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah, I was thinking about that because Houston did that year they drafted Stroud. Remember, they drafted Stroud, then they traded, and then they got Will Anderson. So they got two top players in that draft.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why we can't do that, especially because we've got the number 1 pick this year. We take who we want, and then we're going to try and get who we want at a quarterback if we don't get one of those two. All right, which is why it's just inevitable. It's beneficial to get more players that are going to help us going forward.
And to me, that's
and
why
again, this all is
one. I would trade that to Jacksonville. You guys want Travis Hunter, you're going to have to pay for him.
Well, that's the other thing.
We still get our quarterback, and we still get another pick. Yeah.
That's what you can definitely do. Yeah, that would be good.
You know, and again, everything that we're talking about is all moot until we find out. Number one, where we finish with the draft
after the Charger game. Who our OC, who our coach is going to be.
Who our coaches are.
He's going to stay. Yeah.
You know, so right now it's all speculation. It's all fantasy land. It's all coulda, woulda, shoulda. What are we going to do?
Yeah,
shit.
Right now it's all I heard this from an Uber driver type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's got to be the right fit. You know what I mean? It's just got to be the right fit.
I saw
that's what it comes down to.
I almost fell out of my chair.
Yeah. I don't think I sent it to John. I got to send it to John.
That was funny.
Whatever.
It was on Twitter. This dude posted on, I think it was Graf's channel or something. But he's like, so he was in LA, Uber driver.
Yeah.
Basically saying that he was AP's nephew or some shit like that, right? And that the tank has been on all along from the beginning of the season. And Mark told AP
the exact quote was, "I heard this from my Uber driver."
Yeah, I heard this from my Uber driver.
I saw that.
You know how I feel about shit like that, dog.
Oh my god.
Maybe daddy, dog walker, Starbucks barista type shit. Like, no.
Little sister.
Yeah. And the whole reasoning why he believed them is because then I realized we're in Compton.
Oh, wow. Tom Brady also said rookie QB should sit a year.
Yes, he did say rookie quarterback.
I think so.
A year.
And they should, no matter who we draft, should sit.
Even Dion said it, that he wanted his son to sit. Yeah. And it makes sense. But I think you're right. I don't even think it's so much the team. There's going to feel pressure from the fans.
Yeah, it's going to be
this dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The minute say AOC comes out, he has a good first game, right? Boom, 2-3 touchdowns. All right, let's go. Woo.
It's going to be the moment he throws an interception. Take him out.
That part. The moment he throws an interception or a pick six, then you're gonna have to put in fucking Sanders or Ward or whoever we get. You're gonna have those signs up. That very instant.
Without a doubt.
It's
gonna be a shit show. Well, that's where Tom Pelissero started. He started as an Uber driver.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Does it clarify now a little bit more what I've been saying? Does it make more sense?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
When
you said it, I started thinking, and in my mind, it was Houston. That's what Houston did. They got Stroud and Will, right? They still got the quarterback they wanted. They got a defensive player to help. So you can be smart about it.
Yeah,
you can get multiple if you go about it the right way. Yeah,
that's the upside of not putting your entire draft or the future of your hot team on one player when you can get multiple players. That's going to help you in the long run.
Mm-hmm. And even the whole thing with Eli, that trade helped the Chargers, because they were able to get multiple players, not just Rivers. They were able to get multiple players, and it built that little fucking Charger team that had that little run, but they couldn't get through it. But yeah,
if you think about how I explained everything now, that already makes this team next year competitive within our own division again, based on the talent that we're going to have in the the ability to spread the ball out on offense too.
Yeah,
And then just
And that's why I said to bring Najee in, because if you end up drafting a running back in the draft early, that's good. Like, say what's his name, Scuttlebutt or whatever the hell his name is, I forget, or whatever. I don't know names. If you grab him, now you've got Najee there to mentor McCormick and the rookie.
Yeah.
With the intent that one of them are going to take over as the number one, and the other one's going to be the complementary back.
And I hear you on that. Regardless,
Najee Harris coming in for whatever he's going to want. He's only, I think they're only paying him like $3 or $6 million right now for the most recent contract, and he's a free agent. You go get his ass. You get a bona fide running back that will automatically give legitimacy to your backfield. It's automatically going to make defenses respect your team a little bit more too.
Regime, or is this GM gonna do that? Because he already showed.
That's the problem. And again, this is all just pipe dreams.
Back. Yeah.
In a perfect world, this is what my thought process is, and it's obviously
because there are multiple running backs.
Weird one.
The kid Neal from Kansas. Somebody mentioned the kid from South Carolina. Then you got the Scottaboo from Arizona State. So there's a lot of running backs. I would still take one in the draft.
From what I've seen and heard, this is definitely a heavier running back draft.
Heavier running back draft.
Yeah.
Not so
light on top
receiver,
quarterback.
I believe. I think receivers are a little thin this year, and we need a wide receiver. There's no.
We need a receiver with size.
We need a receiver with size and just pure talent, and Hunter has that.
Oh, Hunter
has the talent. I mean, he's not a Megatron.
He's a big body.
But
yeah. If we didn't need a quarterback so bad, I would totally be fucking Travis.
But do we really need a quarterback that bad though? To waste a first round pick on.
It's not wasting it if he's your future. He's your franchise.
Yeah.
It's not a waste. It's a waste if he's a bust.
I mean, I'm not saying we don't need a quarterback. By all means, we do. Is AOC the future? Long term? No. Short term? Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right now you go into the next season with these quarterbacks. You go in with AOC as your bona fide starter as of the end of this season, because only just out of pure fact that he's been here this year, and he's under contract, so you can't get rid of. You don't want to get rid of him. You go in with Ritter as our number 2.
I don't know if he even makes it. Yeah.
If he does, if he doesn't, whatever.
Yeah.
If that means we pick one up in free agency to back up O'Connell, we do that. We don't spend a ridiculous amount of money on a fucking backup, because the last thing you want is another Minshew experience. We don't.
How do you feel about Darnold?
I think he could just be a victim of the system he's in. You're gonna remember that.
Yeah. I have like Scott Mitchell vibes. You remember Scott Mitchell?
I love when people get so excited for quarterbacks when they play so well. You're going to look at the system they're in. Look at
O'Connell's
Cousins.
running a very
when he was in Minnesota, he was ridiculously good. Goes to Atlanta, starts off hot, and then right downhill again.
Yeah.
It's all a product of the system. That
Sam Darnold comes in and goes, whoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
thing
with Darnold, he turns the ball over
less
less right now than Cousins did. Yeah.
That's as bad as the idiots that were so wanting us to bring in Daniel Jones. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Horrible.
Why the Giants even put that kind of money out for that product is ridiculous.
Right?
I mean,
who was another one that they wanted to bring in that I said, hell no? Mac Jones. The dude is in Jacksonville right now.
No,
that was another one that we yelling for. Oh, McDaniels knows him. He had
how's that working out for you, Jacksonville? How many? You got lucky you won this week. Come on. How's that working out?
I think that's the huge part you do, and a lot of it is the system and how they gel with their coach.
Yeah,
and you can tell that Darnold's gelling good with O'Connell over there.
Yeah, because he knows how to use his quarterback. That's the thing. He didn't know how to use the quarterbacks that we had in his locker room.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, when you're going to come up with an offensive scheme, and you know that player A is your quarterback, so all right, we bring Minshew in. He's going to be my quarterback. I need to look and see what he's done in the past on what systems work best for him, and I have to adapt my system to what this guy can do. And when you don't do that, you have a season like we're having now.
Yeah.
We have a quarterback that can't get out of his own way, that makes stupid, ridiculous plays, throws interceptions, fumbles the ball, throws more passes to the opposing team's defense for touchdowns than he does our own players. It's like, are you shitting me?
Yeah. Yeah, that's been to me the most frustrating part. Was that part? Yeah.
Well, and I think the other thing too is people expecting that Minshew was going to come in and play like he did when he was in Indianapolis.
He needed to have that run game.
That's just it. He was one of the best running backs in the league, and Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. It's like, are you shitting me? Yeah,
and that was what I kept saying. He did this in Indianapolis. You know, he had Jonathan Taylor there.
Yeah. He had a coach that knew how to use him in the right system.
Right. And then their offensive coordinator know how to use them. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, he's not going to be successful here. We had no running game. Like you said it, we got catfished by the running back Zeus. That was, I won't say his name, but
I don't even want to call him Zeus in there. He was such a disappointment. Me and John, like, we don't like SEC really, but the one team we cheer for is Georgia.
That's the only one that I'm okay with, besides
because we used to call him our Alabama killer, huh,
Tennessee. Yeah,
that was like our Alabama killer.
I can't stand Alabama.
All I know is when this season is over, my God, we got a shit ton of stuff to talk about after the season's over.
Yeah,
there's gonna be so much to talk about.
Oh my God, it was funny because I was talking to somebody who wants to do like some business with us for the show. I was gonna tell John about it later. But he asked me, like, in the off season, like, so what happens? Do you stop your shows, dude? I was like, dude, it's gonna get even crazier this off season because we don't know what's gonna happen with the coach. Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen with the coordinator. We have the draft. We're gonna have a top pick. We have a shitload of money. So every free agent, you're gonna see it. Every Raiders fan, get him, get him.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna have to get on and start talking like we're making sense to let people know why you don't want this player.
Yeah.
Because people don't look at it and go, they don't see or they don't remember what the person did the last, in the years past. Like some people don't remember that X player blew out his ACL twice 4 years ago. But let's sign him now.
Let's sign him anyway.
He's an injury issue. Why would you want to sink money into a player that's gonna protect?
That's why it's so important. They scout and they look at these players.
Yeah,
like to me, they've done such a good job with Chase on, former first round pick.
Man,
give the kid a new chance, a new start. You see it in his build. You see it in how he plays. That the talent was there, and it's now just starting to come out. So to be able to get dudes like
that dude's been playing good. I like that dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's been playing.
Spillane was another one.
Like
Steeler fans were mad that they lost Spillane, but Raider fans were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah,
and now you're like, Spillane? Thank God we got him.
Right, and then now
he looks better in a Raider jersey, anyways.
Yeah, even with Bowers,
everybody does.
Down on Tom Telesco drafting a tight end, right? Why the fuck you get a tight end? You just got one last year. Right, and now look at it. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah, and now we want to keep Spillane. Whereas
now we want
to
keep Spillane.
Yeah.
Same with Chase on. I don't want to see him go.
No, I don't want to see.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
Him. Yeah.
Hell no.
I want to see him. I want to see us get another linebacker to go with Spillane. I'm sorry, John. I'm done with your boy Diablo.
Me too. I was hoping he'd come out this year and really have a great year, and it's
Well, when I see him out there and they're pushing the pile, and you're the linebacker, and you're over here dude, get your ass in.
Yeah, I was watching it. I was like, man.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. It's time to move on.
Yeah, Kuntz, you could definitely bring back for cheap because of the injury.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Bring him back. Trayvon Moore, I think Trayvon he's been up on my list as well.
Yeah, he has been.
Based on Spillane for sure. I'm on the fence about Hobbs depending on the price because of his injury history.
Yeah.
He can't even stay healthy for a whole year. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's always been going out, so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn it. I just lost to my son in my fantasy league in the club.
You what?
And not fantasy league in the club. My son's in it with me. I'm playing him this week. His team sucks, and he just.
And you lost to him?
Yep.
Oh,
dude! Okay. And I had Josh Allen yesterday put up 69 points from me.
How did you lose
and
that?
I still lost.
How did you lose that?
I'll tell you how I lost. Kyler Murray had 31 points. Freaking Tua had 39. His defense was San Fran. He had 34 points. I had the Bengals going
34.
Yeah.
Damn.
They had 7 sacks yesterday, San Fran.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were balling.
I can't believe I lost to his cheesy ass team.
We definitely need to keep our cornerback coach. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, out of all the coaches we have, there's only 2 that I would be against if we fired. I think Patrick Graham's okay. I think he can stay. The other one is Philbin. Philbin has impressed the shit out of me with the way
he's up this O-line
since he took over. You've got these guys gelling together, except for Barham. You've got these guys gelling together. Let him stay. Let him continue growing these guys that are here. Right. Whether some of them are going to be here or not next year, he's done that good of a job. I think he deserves to stay.
What do they call those people that come in and evaluate people's jobs about like their worth and shit?
Consultant.
We need one of those because I want to know what the fuck Marvin Lewis's job is.
He writes on Post-it notes and probably sticks them on AP's desk, and then AP just looks at him.
Please know what the hell Marvin Lewis is doing here.
Every time I see him, he's walking around with a notepad in his hand, writing down stuff. He never talks to him. You never see him talking to him.
If you had one job on Sunday, it was to stop AP from throwing that challenge flag. Because everybody and their mama knew that shit was out of bounds.
Oh my god!
I was like, oh my god. Yeah, Ricky Manning, that's the one. Funny. Yep, him, SoCal. Ricky Manning Jr. And he was a good corner too. Did he he went to Ohio State, I think. Yeah. I think he went to Ohio State. He was one of those Ohio State corners.
Was that Eli and Peyton's brother?
No, that's Arch.
Yeah. Cooper.
Yeah. He said AP got to give cow cash to Ben Johnson. I know he's getting a head coach job, but give him anything, just like AP kept Ricky Manning from leaving the building to be the head coach. He did pay Ricky to stay. He did. But I don't think Ben would go from one OC job on a Lions team to a Raiders OC, no matter how much you pay him. Yeah.
He's got too good of a chance to stay in Detroit and win a Super Bowl. Why the fuck?
Or even if they win this year, I don't think. Well, the Bengals won, but I think that would be a spot for him, bro. With Burrow, can you imagine him with fucking Burrow? Oof. Yeah. Oh, he went to UCLA. Okay.
Who?
Manning went to UCLA.
Oh, he did.
No, I'm surprised Severe ain't big on him. Severe's a UCLA fan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's a UCLA fan.
Yeah, big UCLA fan.
You clowns lost again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. I was making fun. I was messing with Turf the other day because he has like so many college teams. I'm like, bro, like pick one. Like, what was your team? I like this one because of here. I like this one because of that. I like this. I'm like, man.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, before I understood the whole college, how universities work, I was a big. I mean, I kind of still like them, but I was a big Georgetown basketball fan.
Well, see, and I was a teenager. Allen Iverson. I was a big Hoya fan. Yeah, I
was a big Hoya fan. I didn't understand how that all worked. Once I got older, I figured it out. I also didn't know that they didn't actually have a football team. So I was like,
run down.
That would be interesting too. Ben Johnson with Caleb.
Yeah,
that would be an interesting job.
I still say Ben Johnson doesn't leave Detroit until they win a Super Bowl.
If
they win one this year, then yes, okay.
If they win one this year,
because I think he's looking at it. He's got unfinished business here. He's been there since the start with this, and he's watched this team just excel every year and get better and get better and get better.
Right.
Yeah,
now they're the bona fide contender from the NFC to play in the Super Bowl and win it. They were right there last year.
Yeah, they should have been there last year. I don't know if they would have beat. I don't know if they would have beat Kansas City. Who knows?
And I don't know if you guys have heard this today or not. There's a good chance Aiden Hutchinson's going to be back before the playoffs are over too.
Really?
They're talking about him possibly playing in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I had heard something about that.
Yep.
Damn.
So you bring him back
the full distance.
Yep. You bring him back on top of a team that's been playing just as well without him. Like I've said on one of our shows a while ago, that if that was us, and because Hutchinson's their Max Crosby, there's no.
That's their.
Max Crosby. Our defense goes to shit. They lose Hutchinson, and I thought the same thing, that they were going to be dead after this, and they just were just as good, if probably a little bit more excelling, because now everybody's trying to overproduce. Now you bring him back into the mix for them. Oh, good God, that adds another whole level to their defense now.
And that's why I'm excited for we're going to draft. We need to add players for our defense next year, because then you have Max, you have Jason, right? We go Wilkins back, Adam Butler's playing a lot better now. You know, you start to get more rotation. We get Kuntz back. You know, on Corey Bennett comes back.
The same ability and
the
same quality that he was before.
That'd be really good. That front four would be really good.
That front, which is what we were all hoping this year.
This year.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm just here to say I love the Raider Nation and fuck the Raiders this season. Yesterday he was on our live and he was saying like, I got my bags packed ready for Green Bay. He's ready for the draft.
For the draft, I need to go with you guys in the draft this year.
Yeah, he's ready for the draft. Apparently, he's picking the hotel this year.
He's being nice to me tonight because he wasn't here for my take on everything like last week. he came out hard last Wednesday night, man.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, he's that fuck the Raiders. When I told him, hey, let's go to 28 West on Sunday, he's like, man, I'm just gonna go see my dad. I ain't even mad at you. You know what it is for me at 28 West? I'm a big fan. I watch the game regardless.
Yeah.
You know? But it's the vibe, the music they play, the DJ. The food was I had pozole and that shit was good. I was shocked. It was their breakfast menu because we got there at 10 in the morning. But I like the vibe. I like the people. The Booster Club, the San Gabriel Valley Booster Club. They're cool. They're all very welcoming. Yeah. He said Cheeto got a hooker motel. I'm not gonna lie. He probably was. Man, I didn't care. All we needed was somewhere to stay. Turf was gonna pick us up, drive us into Detroit.
Oh my god. Man. That's funny.
This is when we were downtown. He's like, we should have stayed at one of these. I'm like, man, Google the price.
Did he Google it?
Yeah. He's like, oh, I was like, yeah. Like,
sounds like Pittsburgh all over again.
I did the same shit with John in Pittsburgh.
we went to Pittsburgh and it was kind of like a last minute thing, and so we went and then he's like, I got the hotel and picked up the hotel and I was like, we pulled in and I'm like,
when it was a Motel 6.
Yeah, it was a Motel 6. I was like,
so that already in itself, yeah.
I was like, bro. It was
not that great. That'd be like the old Howard Johnsons with the orange roof.
Yeah, like it was that style. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It was definitely not old that style.
Okay, well.
We had to make sure we got our snacks and our water before we got to our hotel.
Yeah.
What is up, Ja? It's a question. Will y'all take Kyle Shanahan as a head coach if he's fired if we part ways? Absolutely not. If we part ways with AP, I want Vrabel. I would want Vrabel at this point. Yeah. And a good
Vrabel
OC.
And Dable.
Yeah, Dable would be another one. Hey, Myra, would you want Shanahan? Myra can't stand Shanahan.
I wouldn't want Shanahan. I wouldn't want Shanahan just for the fact that with the talent he's had in San Fran,
oh my god,
and he still couldn't win it. So why would you even think that he'd even have the snowball's chance in hell of winning with us?
Right. I mean, I like what he's done.
Got nowhere near the talent that they had on defense.
Yeah.
I mean, they had CMC.
Oh, that defense is so nasty.
Yeah,
and they couldn't win it with that.
Easy, man.
Told you, she fucking can't stand Shanahan.
I don't
even think it would happen because his dad probably wouldn't fucking let him.
No.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I hate
be like, hell no.
Because of who his father is. I don't know. It has nothing to do with his coaching ability. I just can't stand him or his father.
Did you guys sleep standing and leaning against the wall? Nah, but we had a bed. He's exaggerating, eh?
Slept on the tub.
He said, I think Cheeto packed light for the first time ever. Oh, I did, dude. I was so fucking lost. I took a backpack on. Me, John, I took a backpack on. Yeah.
Dude, no.
John be laughing.
Yeah, he definitely packed light. Because I remember the first time we went out, he had like 2 luggages and a backpack. I was like, why you got 2? And then he was like, what do you mean? He's like, it's just 3 days. A backpack of 1 luggage and the other. What the hell?
So hey man, the shoes gotta coordinate.
I was like, what?
Oh yeah, Myra saw the vlog. I think he did put the hotel in his vlog. If y'all want to see the Hooker Hotel in Detroit, man, it's on NC Raiders vlog.
Well, Jamar Chase really moved up the ranks in receiving.
The what?
Did he?
He had 14 fucking catches tonight.
Who did?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase is insane. Yeah,
that fucker's a baller.
I
He had
see him run.
177
And
yards.
his acceleration is like it's wild once you see him start taking off. Like he just goes from like 0 to 60 so fucking fast, dude.
14 catches, 177 yards, and 2 TDs. Why
can't we get Puka had a good game yesterday. He just surpassed Puka, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. He said
Puka missed a good chunk of the season. Puka's still down to like the 40 catch.
No, but I mean yesterday, just in the total this weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jamar has now 79 catches. Brock has 87. So he's like the only one. Him or Sean Jefferson are the only two that scare me to catch up to Brock. I want Brock to finish number 1 overall, obviously. And for him to do it as a tight end, that would just be amazing.
He should.
On our shitty-ass team, too.
Yeah.
On our shitty-ass team. Yeah. That's what you get when you break Spirit. Oh, bullshit aside, we did fly Spirit Airlines that time. Pittsburgh.
We did.
Dude, and then we were.
But it was all last minute. We were all kind of like,
let's go. When it was me and then you, and there was a seat in between us, and this guy was coming. It was a oos. He dude looked like he was Rikishi's kid. And they were about to put him in between us, bro.
No, he actually did sit down. Remember, he did. He looked at us, and we were kind of.
He looked right at us. We all do
one of these. And then he sat right in between us, and then the stewardess walked back and forth, and she was kind of like, she did that double ticket. Like, she was like, she's like, are y'all 3 together? We were like, no, he's not. I got you. So she moved, and we were like, oh, great. We were like, that shit was.
You try to say something about balancing the plane, right? Do one of y'all want to move so we can balance the plane?
What are you trying to say?
Oh. He's I'm gonna get in an argument with the wifey before the draft so I can stay longer. Isn't this you?
Me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You boosters?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. One of them was full of jerseys, he said, and a pair of Jordans. Yep. Jordan. That's exactly what it was, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie.
A bunch of pairs of Jordans and a bunch of.
And then my ass thought because we were in Pittsburgh that it was gonna be cold. And it wasn't even fucking cold. It was September. Yeah. I did say Rakishi's kid. He did. Didn't he let Rakishi's kid drop?
He was a big boy for sure.
Big goose, man.
Even he looked at us like 5. They put all. He said like he looked at us and said like they put us 3 together. I was like, yeah, I guess so. I was like, dang.
Oh shit. He's like, wait, what? When we drafted Bowers, look at us now. Hey, for real, that's what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think we were just.
I wasn't mad at all on that move. I was happy
because I didn't see it as a need, but I always knew in my mind that Bowers was good. You know what I mean?
Because I remember even myself, I was kind of like, really? Like we don't even need a tight end. I understood the whole best player on the board, but I was like,
that part. And as Raider fans, we weren't used to that.
No, we're used to overreaching for players.
To our credit, we're used to overreaching, right?
Yeah, like I said the other day, if this would have been, a few general managers ago, we would have grabbed the quarterback with that 13th pick. That would have just not worked out. Would have been way too.
Right. I think they were talking about that corner. Was it Terry Arnold? They were thinking about taking him at 13. That would have been a hell of a reach if we did that. Yeah.
I was like, all right, whatever. But no, like Bowers, he's the best player on the board. I get it. That's why I like Telesco so far in that
MC Raider had never heard of Bowers till the draft. He's not a college football person, though.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, not everybody is. I mean, I don't watch a lot of college. I watch what I need to know, for upcoming draft. Pay attention to who's the hot commodity out there. Look into them and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't watch a lot of college football?
Me? Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, when there's certain players that are being talked about, like I've watched obviously a lot more Colorado this year because of the whole Sanders thing. Yeah, and I just stopped watching because I've seen what I need to see. And
I know a lot of Raider fans were watching the championship games this weekend. Dylan Gabriel, the kid from Penn State, what's his name? Drew. I can't forget how to say his last name. Aller, whatever.
Yeah.
He's a big kid, bro. I got some Josh Allen vibes from that fool.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Big dude.
He had a really good game.
All I know is I can't wait. I can't wait till Saturday. I love watching the Army Navy game.
See, that's the one game I don't watch.
Really?
Yeah.
I just like it because the way that neither one of them have been huge passing games through the years. There's always been a running game.
It's always a triple option.
Yeah. And to watch now with Army being part of the college playoffs, and I know they're not in it, but being in the rankings and everything.
Actually, rankings.
For them to do what they're doing just as a running team, it's impressive.
Yeah, I know it is.
That one loss, and it was to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's just impressive, and I just love the whole tradition of that game at the end on what they do. That's just so cool. That is just so cool to watch. That's the one game I will make sure I watch this season. And I can't wait till Saturday. Well, is it this Saturday?
It should be
Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Saturday.
I thought it was the 20th.
Yeah, because all the championship games were this past week, and so they usually play after. And then the week after that is when the
first round of the playoffs starts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, Sally's afraid of flying. Or just pop an indica gummy and you'll be fine. But no, I mean that's why I like watching college. I'll watch more when there's a certain player. Like I hadn't watched a lot of that kid from Boise because I don't watch that conference, But I had heard of him, so I watched him. I'll generally watch a lot of Big Ten, Notre Dame, SEC, of course, Big 12.
The ACC.
I started watching Colorado because of Dion when Dion got there. Yeah,
I was. That time was still Pac-12 or Pac-10.
Yeah, they were Pac-12. Yeah, yeah.
Just don't watch the bomb on the plane.
Well, the movie Alive.
Or Alive, right? Con Air. Don't watch none of
those. What was it? Snakes on a plane?
Snakes on a plane. D Menace, what up, big dog? What's up, homie? Good to see you here, my boy D Menace.
Hey, but that one for MC Raider. How about them Águilas?
Hey, right? La América going for
La América tricampeón. Three-peat. That's the only three-peat I want to happen this year.
Right. Hey, but now that they have the college playoff, are you gonna watch it, Jeff?
Oh yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, because you look at it, it's the best teams with some of the best players. Just like I'll watch the Senior Bowl. I'll watch those
Senior Bowl
where these kids that are trying to, improve their draft. Their draft positions. I watch the combine too. I love watching the combine. I'll watch that shit.
I haven't seen it in a while. I used to like to watch was the Under Armour or Army game, but it was like for the high school kids going into college.
The East-West whatever game. The McDonald's.
Yeah. Some of those were pretty cool and shit because you see some kids like,
pretty good. Yeah.
I used to like to watch those.
What I like about not so much now with the whole NILs, obviously, but you go back a few years before the NILs were big. You watch college games; it had a different effect than NFL because NFL they're playing for their money, they're playing for their contracts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you watch college, I mean, these kids were playing for the love of the game and to make it to the NFL, obviously, because that's everybody's goal when you play in college. Mm-hmm. But you watch, like he was just saying, watching the high school stuff. I mean, these high school kids they're playing because some of them this is their last chance to play. They're not going to go on to college.
They won't go on. Yeah.
So these kids give it their all. And these college kids, especially now with the whole playoff thing, this is their last shot to make a name for themselves and to play. I mean, I know what it's like as a senior in high school to play my last game, and you tried to play your ass off because you knew you weren't going to college to play football. So you knew your football years were ending. In my case, they weren't, but that was like 10 years later before I started playing semi-pro again. So it's like when you hit that peak, that's it. It's over for you. So it's like these kids, they leave it all out on the field. That's what I
like about college.
I like the way that it's set up now.
Yeah. It's still when we went to see Notre Dame USC, that was the one thing my girl said. She's like, it's football, but it feels different. Yeah. And I'm like, because these are kids. These are legit kids out there. Not all of them are going to go to the NFL, and some of them it's their senior game. For the USC.
It's their last game.
Yeah. Last time they were going to play on that field. So it's a lot different than other things. And you definitely
just imagine being a Notre Dame player. You're playing in such an iconic stadium. And this is your last. When it's your last home game that year. This is the last chance you're ever going to get to play on these hallowed grounds of Notre Dame Stadium. Which is, to play there once is a huge thing, but to have your entire career playing there, but now this is it. This is the end.
That's what's so good about the playoff game on the 21st, because it's the first playoff game at Notre Dame, and for those seniors, it's going to be their last one, game at that stadium, because then they go to the bowl game. Yeah.
You know, it's probably something that you feel as a fan too, being in the stadium with, like, even just, I'm going to say it, but even like going to like Texas, you know, to be surrounded by all these Texas fans, and how crazy they get, and how passionate some of these college people are, you know, for their team, whether it be the kids going to school there, and then just the fans that live around there that are just fans of that particular school.
That's why I keep telling Chris, because he lives in Ohio.
It's something you don't see in the NFL.
No,
you don't.
Yeah, their campus stadiums hold so much more people too.
Yeah, you go to the Horseshoe in Ohio State, the Big House in Michigan. You know,
Penn State, the Beaver Stadium,
like that. Penn State, you know, when they do the all white, right?
Yeah.
Clemson, Death Valley. That's another one. Like,
well, look at LA. Look at the Coliseum. How many fans? You know, before they did any modifications to it, you go back years ago when it was, you know, before we even got there as the Raiders, when it was USC. I mean,
Olympic.
That's 100,000+ seats, right there.
Plus, yeah.
You know, so you're talking 100 and something thousand people in there watching this game. You know, 75 to 80% of them are USC fans. I mean, USC fans. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
You know,
even at the Rose Bowl, UCLA place. Yeah,
that's why we could never sell that stadium out when we were there as the Raiders. That's a lot of seats.
Yeah, Legion is what 50,000, right? 40.
I think it's just about 60.
60?
Yeah, like 57, 58, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's right.
No one care about. See, look at you and Josh, huh? Starting that shit. Ain't nobody care about no LA Galaxy.
Go Galaxy, homie.
Yeah. Go Anthony Estrada, what up, bro? We were talking about you because you're the one who told me about 28 West. He's like, what's good, man? What's good, Anthony? LA Galaxy, another one. Yeah. See, that's another thing too over here with and it's a small stadium, but when you go to see the LAFC, the vibe, the energy is way different. They try to keep that Euro feel to their stadium, where they have the section where it's just the fans and the fireworks and the smoke and the music.
Yeah.
You know where the Dodgers were playing when they first came up here?
The Dodgers first played.
No, the Chargers.
Oh no! The Chargers played where the Galaxy play at Home Depot.
At Home Depot.
Home Depot.
It's called the Home Depot Center.
It's called Home Depot. Funny fact: me and John went to go watch a Mexican League soccer game at the Home Depot Center with my dad.
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
The ones we're about to get that 3-peat on Sunday.
The ones that are about to get that 3-peat. Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You know, I'm still gonna watch the games. I'm still gonna cheer. Just because you see me bitch about a quarterback doesn't mean I don't want us to win. But then at the same time, I don't want us to lose.
Yeah.
You know, on Monday when I watch Monday night, I'm gonna want us to beat Atlanta. But if we lose, I'm not gonna be sad.
Well, you're one step closer. You're stuck in that damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, it's like you want to win. You want to win, but if we do, then we move out of the number one spot, possibly. You know, it's like if we don't win, it's like we hold on to number one again.
I do know this weekend I got to start taking some of those Ubers in LA, see if I can get some of this cheese.
Get some inside information.
Come back and report.
Come back and report after I take an Uber in LA.
Get in the back seat and go, so what's the scuttlebutt? What do you hear? Hey.
Right? Yeah.
What's the word?
What's the word on the street, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Is MC still in here? Where is he?
No, he probably left already.
I think he probably left already.
I think he left already. Yeah. You know, he don't want to go do no more Raider stuff. He said he's done. He's done till the draft.
He's done until draft day, huh?
What did he say? The dub this week went to push me into the playoffs in fantasy. Oh, good shit. Are you in your playoffs, Jeff?
No.
I
get a good. I mean, I'm 7 and what am I in now? I'm 7 and 6.
Yeah, Home Depot. No, you got out of 7 and 6.
Yeah. Well, the number one in my division is 11 and 2. Then there's an 8 and 5.
Oh,
so I've lost 3 in a row. I've had a bad run.
Oh, I had a bad run on the Raider Nation League one.
Well, the way we do it in this, because we've got 2 leagues in our club. We've got the Al Davis League, and then I run the Mark Davis League. And what happens is
it kind of sounds like one's better than the other.
Well, it is. The point scoring's different. In the Mark Davis League, since I set that one up, the point scoring's ridiculous. It's great. I love it. And we have super flexes. So I start 2 quarterbacks. I got Hurts and Josh Allen every week.
Oh, you do 2 quarterback league?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And a flex too. But so the way we run the league is whoever finishes first and second in the Mark Davis League, next season they'll move up to the Al Davis League, and whoever finishes the last 2 spots in the Al Davis League move down to the Mark Davis.
It's a promotion system relegation. Yeah.
I like that. So we keep mixing it up because what happened was
doing that with our
until
leagues,
we made the Mark.
We should.
Yeah, until we made the Mark Davis League, we only had the 1 league, and other people wanted to play, but nobody ever left the other league. So I'm like, let's do this. Everybody loved the idea, so we've been doing it for the last 4 seasons now. That's a good
idea. We might have
to talk to T about
that. Have to talk
keeps
to
the competition moving.
Yeah, because he does one league where we call it the League of Ballers, and they're more experienced. None of them ever want to leave, but he's wanting to start to kick people out, right? So that would be a good idea for the top 2 in my league that we started 2 years ago for them to move up and then have their bottom ones come to the other ones.
Yeah,
see, I don't want to move up. I don't want to move up to the other league because the other leagues. Well, not that I'm a worried. I know I can win that one. I'm not worried about it. But the point scoring is so much different. It's cheesy. Yeah. Like I hate it. I like points, dude. I've been doing fantasy football since '91.
Oh, so you was doing the boards and the draft and all that shit.
Yeah, when it was just by touchdowns only, and you had to pull up the newspaper the next day. There was no shit online back then. You had to run to the newspaper in the morning, look at your stats, and figure.
I remember that they were telling me about how back in I joined the league with at the time my girlfriend, but her dad was older. I joined their league, and I won, but I had to wait till they mailed me a check. I was like, what the fuck? Like they legit mailed me a check, and I was like, okay. And he was telling me that this guy, he's still on paper. He goes on the thing and he gets all the stats and he adds up the points that way.
That's exactly what we had. Yeah, we had a guy that handled all the stats, and he, this is the early stages of computers. He would input all the information that he would get from the newspaper, and then mail out to everybody. It was like a 6-page report that he would mail out to everybody. And it would have your team's points scored for the weekend, your standings, who you beat, who lost to who, and like real detailed stuff. Yeah. All by newspaper.
That's funny.
Well, to everybody in the playoffs, good luck. Good luck in the playoffs. Right. Get that going. I got to clean up the other league. John, I'll do that tonight, and then we'll get that one going. I had people that didn't do their due, so we're taking them out for that. But
for the playoff run,
for the playoff run, yeah. See, Myra made it in Gravy's league. Did you? You didn't make it in Gravy's league, did you?
I fell short.
Yeah,
I was fighting for that 6th spot, but I lost this week.
Yeah, see.
So I was like, all right, whatever.
That's the word, man.
Dude,
Soto went to the Mets.
I played the guy who had Sam Darnold and he went off. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, Sam Darnold did go off.
Dude, and I had it's funny because I had 150 points. So I didn't do bad.
Oh, damn. You should have won on that.
But he had 180.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
I was like,
that's that outrageous scoring shit that Jeff's talking about.
Yeah, so like this week, my son scored 234. I scored 227.
Yeah, see, and in T's league, the scoring is less, John. It's not as high. So in T's league, if you get over 120, 130, your team balled. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, in our league today, I got 180 in ours.
Yeah. See. Mm-hmm.
So I went off this week.
But all right, fellas.
But I had the right combination. That's what it was. It was just the right combination. Because I picked up Addison from Minnesota.
Oh, Addison.
Yeah, so I threw him in there in the flex spot, and he went up for almost 40 points.
See, yeah, that's crazy.
So that was like, all right, well, that worked.
But yeah, it was cool, fellas. Hopefully another loss, 9 in a row. We'll see. I know Wednesday, Jeff, we have our show, so we will preview the Atlanta Falcons on Wednesday, right? For the Raider Connection. We will do that. And
Yes,
then
sir.
tomorrow I will be on with the homie rundown for the latest of the state of the nation, any rumors, quarterback talk, things of that nature. We'll probably be talking Uber drivers and rumors that are spread.
You're gonna find out tomorrow night that Leo spent all his money on Uber drivers in the last 24 hours.
Right?
Trying to get the latest scoop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but other than that, it was a good show, fellas. Nice seeing you. Appreciate everyone in the chat. It was
Thanks
great
for
seeing you
inviting me
all.
in
We'll,
tonight. This
we'll
was
see
fun.
y'all
All right,
next week,
guys.
fellas.
See you
Don't
guys
forget.
next week.
Don't forget,
Operation
Operation AOC 12 2025 is back on. He's gonna play. Yes.
Crazy.
Just win, baby. Look, check it out. All black with a hoodie, snapback, really snap on. Long white socks, me mugging like I'm King Kong. With them all black Chuck Taylors. West side and this bitch yelling Raiders. Thuggin', cause we know with it. Motherfuckers like y'all suck, but we don't give a fuck, nigga. We go with it. Jaw jacking, getting nigga fucked up with the quickness. Parking lot squabbles, giving nigga the business. Shh, quiet, the fuck you mean? We yelling Raiders, bitch. Like fuck your team, you wanna talk your shit. Get sad like Scream Stadium, take off, nigga. Homicide scene. Oakland to LA, LA to Oakland, Las Vegas, Sin City, steady smoking. Raiders looking to get another ring like fuck y'all haters, nigga. Y'all know what I mean? We yelling Raiders, bitch. Y'all know what's up, like Raiders, bitch. Quit there, two niggas up like Raiders, bitch. I show no love like Raiders, bitch. Nigga, we don't give a fuck. Raiders, bitch. Y'all know what's up, like Raiders, bitch. Quit there, two niggas up like Raiders, bitch. I show no love like Raiders, bitch. Nigga, we don't give a fuck.
With so much drama in the big LV, it's kinda hard being Yaya or end up C. But I, somehow, some ways, keep dropping these Raider hits like every single day. May I sip on this Henny while these haters pay attention and my name stay bitchin'. I'ma stay G'd up like a silver feed up and tucked as a burner just in case it eats up. But I'm humble, 10 toes down to never stumble. Keep doing Raider music, imitating, never double. It's like everywhere we go, it's like the same old shit. Here Raiders just suck, y'all can suck my dick. It's a nation just to prove, no need to consume, win, lose, or tie. Raider Nation keep moving, top to the bottom, bottom to the top. It's Raider Nation all day till the casket drop.
We yelling Raiders, bitch. Y'all know what's up, like Raiders, bitch. Quit there, two niggas up like Raiders, bitch. I show no love like Raiders, bitch. Nigga, we don't give a fuck. Raiders, bitch. Y'all know what's up, like Raiders, bitch. Quit there, two niggas up like Raiders, bitch. I show no love like Raiders, bitch. Nigga, we don't give a fuck. Welcome in this bitch like nigga.